Walk down here and stand in mud. Well, welcome back. Welcome to another session on the River Humber. Stunning day by all accounts. Low water mark. Fishing Paull today. Fishing the beach for a change. I've not fished here before, and well, this is the reason why. It's pretty shitty. So hence the waders and a hoodie. Imagine fishing in a hoodie in the middle of November. Set up. I've got Mel fishing with me today, so there's a fair few down on here. The pull is quite strong, so we're fishing one rod a piece, one rod stand, trying to keep as much stuff out of the gunk as possible. Mel's got a 3-hook flapper on, I've got a pulley dropper on. I'm fishing with ragworm and carp on there. And what are you fishing with, Mel? Just worm and squid?
No, it's like carp and squid.
Carp and squid. Needless to say, cod are the target. The time now, what time are we on? We've got about 2 hours really to low water. Like I say, I've not fished this section of Paull before. I've fished out the beach before, out the car park before, and I've fished the cranches down the far end, but I've never fished the beach. Like I say, it is not the cleanest of venues. It seems to be holding bottom alright. I've just got to watch for any bits of shrapnel floating past, but it looks pretty clear at the minute. Aye, well, set up and fishing. Let's see what comes. Oh, that's not the start I was after. So, lovely looking bait, lovely rig, 7 ounce weight. Cast it just nice. It's been sat out of there in the tide, holding bottom, beautiful. Big raft of weed come past, and I literally said to Mel, I says, watch that, that's going to pick my line up. Line knocked, snapped, clean off. So somewhere out there's a 7 ounce lead, probably a double figure cod on it. It's just my luck. So I've re-rigged everything. I've got just a simple paternoster rig on now, just to try and keep the as much as possible up and out the mud a little bit. 6 ounce lead. It's holding bottom, but every now and again you do just get the odd big raft of shrapnel come through, so you're gonna have to be careful for that. There's not a lot we can do about it, but yeah, I literally watched it and I thought hopefully it'll just ping off my line, swivel around and set off, and now it's swiveled around my line, snapped it straight away. So we're back out, we're fishing. It's a stunning day. I should have put some sun cream on, I reckon.
Yep, definitely.
I'm going to end up rosy cheek by the end of the day with a stupid twat tan straight across my eyebrows here, look. We've been fishing for an hour. No knocks as yet. Hopefully the tide's receded a little bit. It looks like the mud a little bit further out, so a bit firmer. So I'm going to give it another 5 or 10 minutes, and then we might look at moving down the beach a little bit more. Alright, well, we've moved. We have moved. Now this is not my idea of fun fishing, because, well, pick the cleanest route down possible. We're on reasonably firm mud, and we've literally bought the rod stand and a rod a piece. I brought the bag with his bait in and left the rest of the gear up there, because as much as I like to have everything with me and I like to be organised, I ain't getting everything covered in all this gunk. So I've just rebaited as we've come down here. I've got blacks and mussel on at the minute, and I thought that was a bite. No, it's just bouncing in the tide, I think. I don't know, go on, prove me wrong. Part of the reason for moving down is there was another raft of crap go floating past, and I didn't want to get snapped off again. I tried coming down with my rod to avoid it, and well, ended up to me nuts in it. So decided to move closer down to the water, and there's a couple of lads just up there. They're settled on the boxes. They look, well, not clean, but they look settled. Further down that way, it's a lot more rocky, so underfoot it's certainly a lot more stable. But we've got, what time are we on? 1:30, so we've got about an hour left till low water, possibly 2 hours worth of fishing. But if I'm honest, can't say as I'm overly fussed about staying out in all this. Now I have been advised that it fishes a lot better on the flood here, so we'll see. It'll have to switch on pretty quickly, so I think once that water starts coming in, we start getting pushed back, I'm going to move all the way back to the van. Well, time has come. I think we're going to move on a little bit. How's your arm smell?
Fell in.
It's not the most comfortable spot. I mean, it's comfortable enough, but it's not the most relaxing of environments to fish in. So I think what we're going to do, we've got about half an hour now till low water. We're going to yeah, we've got about half an hour till low water. What we're going to do is we're going to move up onto the stones up there. It's still going to be silty, it's still going to be shitty, but at least we're on solid ground, and hopefully there we'll be able to hold bottom. It is snaggy over there. I've fished there before. There's a chance we're going to lose gear, and in all honesty we haven't had a knock either, so we're not doing any harm by moving. If this was fishing its absolute nuts off, I would be tempted to think about it a bit more, but it ain't. So we're up sticks a little bit, move a bit further down, because this ain't working. Oh well, this is a little bit better. At least, whilst it is still sloppy, it's fairly firm underfoot. Managed to move a bit closer to the water as well. Yeah, so this is set up on, I guess, so number 3 for the mark. Absolutely nothing doing so far, and I haven't seen anybody else with it either, so it might just be one of those sessions. I've just put out a big squid and coral bait. I'm not losing hope yet. We've got about another 20 minutes to low water, so hopefully what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk round down here, see if I can't reclaim some leads, because I am running low and I am too tight to buy them. So if anybody wants to sponsor me, manufactures leads. In fact, I've got about 20 kilos of lead at home, so if anybody wants to do a trade on lead, I'm all ears. But yeah, I've just put a new bait out. I'm going to go have a bit of a wander around, see if I can't reclaim some weights, some gear, and then let's see what the flood brings, shall we? Well, that bait has been out and in the water for half an hour while I've been out picking weights and scavenging, and as you can see, apart from the coral washing out, it is completely untouched. Yeah, it always fills me with a bit of confidence when the bait comes back completely untouched, because at least you know the fish aren't out there. When it's getting stripped by crabs and things like that, it's hard to know whether the fish are even getting chancy at a bait. But baits like that coming back completely untouched after 20 minutes, half an hour, I mean, you're just in the wrong place. I think there's nothing more to say than that. If they ain't there, you can't catch them. Now, half hour into the flood now, Mel's just had a good little bite, and I'm going to film it because so far it's the only action we've had all day.
Not happening yet.
In.
Now. No kicking anyway.
Now?
No. Sorry.
Come on, Mel, we need something. We need something.
Trying.
People want to see fish.
I see my muddy ass.
Right then, another cart wing and ragworm bait going out. Let's see if we can't somehow find a cod. If there's one out there, I'm having him. I am having him. I can't even lift it. Can't even lift it. It's no wonder you get snapped off with some debris floating past. Hey, look at that. That. My hand for scale. Just look at it. Well, I feel like I've not done much talking today, but the honest truth is there's not been much to talk about. Me and Mel have been having a good chinwag through the day, but fishing wise it's been pretty slow. The one thing I will say is we had a good chat earlier about mental health, and with it being November we're still allowed to talk about men's mental health. So what I would say is, one thing that Mel said is, well, he thanked me really for talking about mental health, and it helped him realise, but also the fact that we've had such a laugh while we've been out fishing today. If you can hear all them bloody birds over there squawking, thought somebody was being murdered. But yeah, we've had a good laugh today while we've been out, and it's been just a tonic for both of us really. So like I say, with it being November, with it being Men's Mental Health Month, please talk to each other, look after each other, and if you can, get yourself outside, get some fresh air, talk to a mate, just have a bit of a chat. You'll find that you end up having quite a laugh, and even if it's for 5 minutes, I bet you forget about whatever it is that's playing on your mind. So please, like I say, look after yourselves, take care of each other, and let's just talk about it. Well, this just sums up the sort of stuff that's been floating past today. Bloody great bucket. I'll get that out of the water. Into a good one. Unfortunately, it's a good raft of weed. You managed to get out of it? No.
Yeah, I think so.
It's coming this way.
What's on it?
I can see your line's gone straight on top of that. Oh, you're out, you lucky devil. You lucky devil. It's an absolute corker of an evening. It's dead still, dead calm, but the tide is pushing in at quite a rate. As you can see, there's loads of shrapnel floating past in the water. So with that in mind, I've put out one big ragworm bait. Let's hope it brings us a last cast fish, eh? Oh, I must have just got away with that.
Yeah.
Just got away with that.
It's in between.
Oh. Mind you. Look at this lot coming down. %. We'll be out of here before that turns up. Well, the end of a rather unsuccessful fishing session, but as I always say, that's fishing for you, and it was great to be out. Good to have Mel along with me and all. We are going to hot foot over to the coast, try and catch high water over there, hopefully much more successful fishing trip. So on that note, I'll bid you farewell. There's nothing more for me to say other than thanks for watching, look after yourselves, and until next time, tight lines.